and welcome to our weekly interview with our NAPO Texas Regional Conference speakers. My name is Leanna George. I am the NAPO Houston Chapter President and the NAPO Texas Regional Conference Chair. And with me today is Geralin Thomas, and I am so excited to have her come all the way from North Carolina to Texas to be with us at our regional conference. Hi, Geralin. How are you today?
Hello. Thank you for inviting me. I'm so excited to go back to Texas.
Oh, well, we're excited to have you come. You are so highly regarded in our industry, and I just know there's so many people. I have one person in particular who I know is just waiting to see you.
Oh, nice. Okay, thank you. That's nice to hear.
Yeah, she'll probably kill me for saying that, but she knows who she is.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just going to have a little chat today. I want to just ask you a few questions because our goal with these interviews is to allow people just to get to know you better, to get a little bit of insight. Because when they're looking at a piece of paper and they're trying to decide on which session to attend, you know, they may find somebody that they're more prone to connect with.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought, well, why don't we just talk to everybody and give them a heads up beforehand?
This feels like the dating game from the old days.
Well, we are going to do some lightning round questions at the end.
Oh, okay, great. Okay.
No dates, I promise. So why don't you start out telling us, how long have you been an organizer?
I started Metropolitan Organizing in 2002, so that is 16 years. And I've been a NAPO instructor since 2006.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you've been a long time now. It was wonderful to listen to you talk on the NAPO Standout podcast. You were the inaugural guest on the Standout podcast, and it was so great to listen to your story about how you got started and how you just connected with somebody at a conference, I believe. Isn't that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Love going to conferences, and yeah, Sarah does a great job on the podcast, so hats off to her. She makes it very easy to talk to her.
Definitely. But it was just like what we're talking about here and the importance of connection at conferences. You made that connection, and then it just took you to doing different things, which I think is wonderful.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, we know you're an organizer. What's your favorite thing to organize?
I really love, at this stage in my career, I love organizing solopreneurs, people starting their businesses or having trouble. Maybe they've kind of hit a rut and they're feeling like things are stagnant. So maybe helping them with their rebranding or marketing, things like that. Am I allowed to have two favorites?
Sure. This is your fault. You can do anything you want.
Oh, good. Okay. And I also really love working in people's closets. So helping them create capsule wardrobes and, you know, playing with everybody's accessories and jewelry and shoes and all that good stuff.
Oh, that's fun. That's really, it's always fun. So you kind of do a little bit of personalizing with the clothes as well as organizing.
Yes, and it's mostly, I don't call myself a stylist or an image consultant or anything like that. Mine is more just kind of helping people hone in and redefine their style. And a lot of people want to simplify their wardrobes right now. So
that's a big thing. I interviewed Courtney Carver, who is the, I don't know what's the name to call her, but she did the Project 333. Yes.
Uh-huh.
She's a really neat person. So that was you're right. Everybody's kind of going that way. She was on tour and everything.
Oh, she's a big deal. Yeah, she's the big cheese in the capsule wardrobe community.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we know what you love to organize, closets and solopreneurs. What about your least favorite thing to organize?
Well, I would have to say I'm not crazy about cords and cables and the techie stuff. And it's probably because it's not my A game. And I kind of it's like a big old bowl of spaghetti. You pull everything up and you're like, I don't know what this goes to. And it's also honestly a little depressing to me. I just think, how many cords and cables and headsets and everything can the planet tolerate? Like, there has to be a better way. It seems really wasteful to me.
That's a good perspective. I haven't had anybody say that, but that's interesting that you look at. And I love your illustration of spaghetti because, yes, cords just like that. Right. Big bowl of spaghetti. Now, are you still working a lot with clients one-on-one, or are you more just coaching and?
I'm doing probably about 80% coaching right now, if I were guessing. That's an unscientific guess. And the hands-on, I'm doing mostly with people that have been with me for either a very long time or the wardrobing clients. Those are the people that kind of reach out for help. And I feel like I can't send an independent contractor in to do that.
Okay. Okay, well, that's great. Well, let's shift a little bit and let's talk about the conference because that's what we're all here for, and we're so excited. It's only like 3.5 weeks away.
I know, don't make me nervous.
We are counting the days down. I think last night we said 23, so we're getting
good.
So tell me, what are you looking forward to at the NAPO Texas Regional Conference?
Well, I think the first thing that I'm looking forward to is helping Janice Simon find her hamster. So
we all are.
Yeah, I think we should all pitch in and help her as soon as I arrive. How about Texas brisket? Is that another? Am I allowed to say that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think I'm like everybody else. Probably, I'm coming there for the education. I can't get enough classes. I listen to podcasts. I read books. I try to attend as many free things as I can online and some paid. So education and, of course, gossiping with organizers, just catching up and having fun.
Yes, it is. And that's one of the biggest things we want to really have everybody take advantage of is just having that time to connect with people but you don't get to see that often.
Absolutely, yeah. Yes. It's one thing to connect online. It's really a fun way to stay in touch, but it's really nice to be there face to face.
Oh, absolutely. And I have met so many people online, organizers online, and then actually to meet them face to face was just such a sweet gift.
Yeah, it is nice. I agree.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about your session because it's a little bit long title, so I'm going to read it to make sure I get it right. Okay. Business forms to create a blueprint for your successful organizing business. So right. A little bit about that.
Okay. Well, since this is the dating game, I guess I can be a little out there. I want to think of this as kind of like we're all going to be in the shower together. And you know how your biggest, brightest ideas come? Well, we're going to hopefully generate a lot of those biggest, brightest ideas and aha moments while we're in that room together for the hour, minus the wrinkly fingers, right?
Yes.
So there's going to be some collaboration and there's going to be some advice, and it's appropriate for either people starting their organizing businesses or perhaps they want to take it to the next level, maybe with speaking or using independent contractors.
Oh, okay. Okay. And are you providing forms for them? I mean, or are you just going to be showing them and telling them where to find them?
Just show and tell. I think we can brainstorm some questions and things to put on forms that would make sense. And of course, I'm always open for questions. I really do thrive on interaction from the audience. So if they want to throw questions out to me, I'm happy to answer.
Great. Well, I know that a lot of people, we did a session at one of our chapters about forms, and it was amazing to me the number of people that were like, I don't have a form for that. I don't have a form for that, even though they've been in business 5-7 years.
Right. So, and I know there are people out there that tell me they've been in business for, for quite a while, but I'm a big believer that forms are going to help you, as I told Sarah on the Standout podcast, they're going to help you master faster. They're just going to be a foundational element it's going to help you streamline the process.
Oh, I love that. And I love that master faster. That's great.
Good. Thank you.
So why should or would somebody choose your session? And I'm not sure who you're up against, but why should somebody choose your session that day?
I think it's very unfair. I'm up against a really chatty, fun, engaging man.
Oh, so you're the last. Okay, look at it this way. We saved the best for last, right?
Yeah. Well, hopefully nobody will be dozing off in a carb coma after lunch. But what was the question?
Oh, why should somebody choose your session over James?
Over James. Well, I don't know. My session is going to be packed with a lot of information, education, humor. My style is rather informal, so I hope people feel like they can approach me about anything having to do with forms and why they're so important.
Okay, great. Great. So if you could wrap it all up in just 3 words, your session on these forms, what 3 words would you use?
Educational, inspirational, and motivational.
Oh, okay, I like that. Great, great. So what are some things people may not know about you? What's something that, people, we see you in the magazines, we see you on TV, we hear you on the radio. What is it that we may not know about you?
Well, there's hopefully a lot you don't know about me. I hope no one knows my current weight. That would be a good thing not to know. Okay, so something I'm working on for the new year is I'm buying into this whole sitting less. You know, I don't know if you've heard about this, but sitting is the new smoking, so they say. So I'm practicing standing more and moving around more. And when I do sit, I'm trying to sit on the floor, which is miserable and uncomfortable. But I think that's the point of it, is you're, loosening up your hamstrings and your hip flexors and all kinds of stuff like that. So I doubt anybody knows that about me because I work at home alone, right?
Wow, that's really, do you sit cross-legged? Do you sit straight out with your legs out front?
I do whatever I can to keep them from going numb.
Do you have a stand-up desk?
I do have a stand-up desk, yes.
And you like that?
I love it. Mine reminds me, it's a very miniature version, and it's made by VARI Desk, Very Desk, I think that's how they say it. And it reminds me of an ironing board because it's these things that you reach under and you squeeze it and it rises up and down. So it's portable. I can take it all over the house. But I mean, really, you don't have to have that. If you have an Amazon box, you can probably just plop it on top of your countertop and do the same thing.
Yes, yeah, that's definitely the latest and greatest fad. So that's interesting. Well, good for you. That's exciting. I hope that you are able to keep going with that.
I thought you were going to say, I hope you're able to walk when you get to conference. We'll see.
No, I just wish you well as you venture out. So thank you for sharing that with us. And if we see you on the floor on Saturday or Friday, we'll know. Just leave you alone. You're not hurt. You're just. Yeah.
I'm going to try to use a seat while I'm there. It'll be a welcome relief from what I'm going through now.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Well, I asked you 3 words to describe your session. And since we're kind of talking about you, what are 3 words you would use to describe yourself?
3 words to describe myself. Angry when hungry. How's that?
Yeah, you're the motivation for the Snickers commercials.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I could become Betty White. The joke version of that would be 3 words to describe yourself would be lazy. Stop after 1.
Stop after 1. That's funny.
I mean, I think I'm authentic, personable, and fair.
I like that. I like that. Fair. Okay. And fair in what way? Why would you choose fair?
Fair is nice. I think it's something that I try very hard to be fair to people, fair without judgment, fair to my clients, price things fairly. So it's a word that I apply to a lot of different areas of my life.
Oh, I like that. That's really good. That's really good. All right. Well, we're going to go to lightning round questions, and we'll come back to how people can connect with you because I want to make sure that's the last thing they hear before we get off. Okay. So, a few little questions for you. So, Marie Kondo, yes or no?
Good for our industry. Not my brand of organizing. How's that?
Okay. All right. Apple or Android?
Apple.
Okay. Vanilla or chocolate?
Yes, please.
I love that. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Either way, I'm good. And if it's chocolate, I love dark chocolate. Just if you're taking orders, right.
We'll make sure to have some available for you when you come.
Good. Yeah. Because remember the hangry, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So now let's make a thought. That was good.
Ice cream was the last, or vanilla or chocolate was the last one.
Paper planner or digital planner?
Reoccurring things I put in a digital, but everything else I'm truly a paper person.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay.
And it's funny because most organizers I meet now, I find a few that are both, but for the most part, they'll say, I do just like you do. Most of my just reoccurring and digital, and then I paper plan. Something about that, writing it out, I think, for us.
The only inconvenient thing to me about the paper planner is that you have to have the planner in front of you, right? Most people, rarely without your phone nowadays. But the paper planner, sometimes, I have to get back to you. I have to check my calendar. So that's a little inconvenient, but I still love it.
Yes, I agree. I think I'll always be a paper planner. Okay, so now you live in the beautiful North Carolina, so I'm sure this is not a fair question, but beach or mountains if you're taking a vacation?
Well, let me get really specific, okay? So beach, like St. Bart's.
Okay.
Yeah, Caribbean beach. Yeah, let me be really specific in case I'm the winner of the game show.
Yes. Your prize for attending the conference is
right, exactly.
round trip. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so we know you sit down and stand up when you're inside, but if you were to go for a walk, would you prefer to do it in the gym or would you prefer to do it like outside?
Oh, no, definitely outdoors. I live in a beautiful neighborhood for walking, and I take my dog out several times a day, and it's an excuse to get outside and, talk to other people walking their dogs or just observe nature, kind of take a breather. I try not to listen to podcasts or talk on the phone or any of that stuff. So I do practice being mindful when I'm out there with my Pip.
I like that. Well, so I was going to say cat or dog?
Definitely a dog person.
Definitely. Okay, great. All right, and then last question, audio book or paper book?
Well, again,
digital book. Sorry.
I knew what you meant. I hate to be complicated, but I am. So business books, I tend to buy in paper because I take notes in the margins and I highlight and I write like a maniac and I put sticky notes. Any reading for pleasure is all on my Kindle.
Oh, okay. That's great. And there a reason why that on your Kindle?
Because I tend to read a lot of those books and I don't want to have to dispose of them. And it's just lighter to travel with, right? Mm-hmm. It's so easy to take to the beach. You can read it in bed without a nightlight on. I mean, there's so many perks to me to using a Kindle.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you there. So I keep my Kindle solely for the purpose of needing large quantity of books when I'm on trips.
Okay. Yeah, it's fun, right?
Start it there. Absolutely. Otherwise, I'd be paying for books in my suitcase.
Right. And there's so many organizers that do a great job writing reviews on Goodreads. So I enjoy reading what they're reading and then reading their reviews. So that kind of helps me cull my reading a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you have just been a pure delight, Geralin. I thank you so much for your time. Before we leave, will you please tell everybody, other than your website, Metropolitan Organizing, how are some other ways that people can connect with you or learn more about you?
Okay. There's lots of ways. If you put my name in a browser, hopefully something will pop up. I found out not too long ago, I have a page on Wikipedia.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Exciting. I think it came about after the Hoarders. I was on Hoarders TV. Mm-hmm. I'm on Pinterest. I'm on Instagram. It's usually just Geralin Thomas, Facebook. And I also have a profile page, which is very strange, on imdb.com, which is independentmoviedatabase.com. So those are some probably out of the box ways of finding out about me.
Oh, that's really, I'm going to go look you up on that last one, imdb.com. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much. We are so looking forward to seeing you here in Texas in a few weeks. If you have not registered for the NAPO Texas Regional Conference, we want to encourage you to visit napohouston.com, where there you will find all the information you need to register, learn about the conference schedule, all the wonderful speakers that we have. We have a keynote on Friday evening, and then we have 8 wonderful breakout sessions to offer you a wide range of education and learning, as well as multiple opportunities to connect and visit with all your wonderful colleagues, both ones you've never met before and ones you've known for a long time. So please visit us, register, and we look forward to seeing you at the NAPO Regional Conference in just a few weeks. Next week, I will be back with Kate Martin from Austin, and she is going to be talking about the sexy side of analytics. So I look forward to visiting with her to see how she is going to teach us how to make numbers sexy. I hope you'll join us. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.